Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up this screen. Yep, Vols have offered a quarterback, and I've watched his highlights, and I'm wondering if this isn't the next Bryce Young. Also, they've added a receiver and a tight end. So we're going to get right into this. Now, this is National Signing Day. It's not what it used to be. It's not nearly as impactful because everybody did the early signing period. But there is still quite a bit going on. We're going to talk about this quarterback, and I've been watching his highlights. And I'm going to tell you something. He looks a lot like Bryce Young, and I'm going to show you that. But first, let's take a look at the wide receiver and the tight end that we just picked up as well. This first fellow is Nathan Roberts, and he received an invitation to go to the Vols Junior Day on Saturday, and he was offered a position as a preferred walk-on. And he's actually from East Tennessee, grew up liking Tennessee. Of course, he really wanted to play there. And he played at Morristown East, which I'm very familiar with that school. We used to play them in golf and football and basketball and all that. But he has committed as a preferred walk-on. He's 6'4", 194 pounds. So I'm sure he was a heck of a high school player. He said it was like an answered prayer, honestly, and a huge opportunity. I kind of knew this was the opportunity set before me, and I was going to make the most of it. He was born and raised in Tennessee. The idea of playing for the Vols was really exciting to him. I totally understand that. Look, when I played for the Vols, that was the only team I would have played for. That's just kind of how it was for me. So I get where this guy's coming from. He said, I can't wait. It's going to be an unreal experience. Roberts caught 32 passes for 681 yards and 5 touchdowns his senior season. So he's a good wide receiver, especially at 6'4". So I think that's a nice pickup for a preferred walk-on. He's going to go out there and give it all he's got. And what more can you expect from a walk-on? You know, he's going to go out there and just lay it all on line. I think that's pretty cool, especially a local kid. The other fella is actually a Virginia Tech tight end, and he's going to team up with his brother, and his name's Cody Duncan, and his brother's name's Trevor. And Trevor, his brother, 6'5", 270 pounds, and he's a guy that the Vols really wanted and we're happy to get. So he's going to team up with him. That's Trevor right there. And Cody played at Knoxville Catholic, and he's joined as a preferred walk-on. He's 6'1", 230 pounds. He played for the Hokies a couple of seasons. He sat out 2022 because of an injury, but now he's enrolled at Tennessee and ready to team up with his younger brother. So the younger Duncan was a two-way lineman at Knox Catholic. So another guy that really wants to be on the team and is going to go out there and give it 110%. So another nice pickup. You know, again, it's not going to cost you a scholarship. So what the heck? Why not bring in a local guy that can, you know, possibly help you? Now, this fella that we've offered is a 2025 QB. And his name's KJ Lacey. And I've watched his highlights, and this guy throws the ball and moves. I'm going to tell you right now, he reminds me of Bryce Young. And we'll watch his highlights, but I'm telling you, you're going to see the same thing that I see. And he's almost the exact same size. He's about 6'1", 180, and he really moves well. So let's take a look at some of those highlights. And you can see here he threw for over 3,000 yards, 40 touchdowns that were passing, 4 rushing touchdowns. And you'll see he's got a really nice arm. And there he goes, just letting it go. And like I said, we'll watch quite a few of these. Now watch him run. Like I said, they're not going to catch him back there. Nope, you're not. He's just way too quick. There he is. Now, that's a Bryce Young move right there, what he just did. Let's watch that again. Watch exactly what he did. This is what he did to us this year. He would act like he was going to run, and then he'd catch somebody right behind the defense. But as you can see, he's got real nice touch. That's one of the things that I really like about this kid. He's got nice touch on the ball. He's only 16 years old, just got his driver's license. But you can see, I mean, they're not going to be able to sack him. Look at this. He just threw that underneath that guy's arm. That's Bryce Young if I've ever seen it. And perfect touch on that pass. Only his guy could get it. Yep. Every time I watched this guy's highlights, it just looked more and more like Young. That's just a little flick, touch pass. Now let's watch him scramble a little bit. See, look at that. They should have got nope. Then he throws it a perfect. That's just so Bryce Young. Ugh. Every time I see that, it reminds me of that ball game where he kept somehow getting away from us. Perfect touch pass again. And here it talks about how he's one of the top-rated quarterbacks in the country for the class of 2025. And realize the reason I'm covering so many of these 2025 guys, First of all, we've got George McIntyre, which is an in-state guy. I've already shown him and showed all his highlights. He looks great. We've also got Cutter Boley out of Kentucky. He's already been in Knoxville 5 times. George was here last weekend. Another guy that's borderline 5-star quarterback, runs great, throws the ball really nice. Both of these guys are 6'5". This guy, KJ Lacey's more of a 6'1" kind of run around, don't let you ever sack him type of guy that really throws a nice ball. But all 3 of these guys would be good gets. And also Antoine Hill, who I've not shown yet, and I'll probably do a video on him at some point. But the reason I'm showing 2025 is because it's going to be real difficult for us to get a 5-star top-line guy in 2024 because we've got Nico. We're probably going to have to find a veteran, somebody that will come in and be a backup and that we can pay NIL money. It's just we're in kind of a new world. When you bring in this superstar 5-star guy, it's going to be tough to get guys to come when he's just a freshman. Now, in 2025, he'll have been a junior at that point, and you're going to be able to get anybody you want because let's just understand something. People are going to want to play for Josh Heupel. There's very little doubt of that, and here's why. This is what he's done, touchdowns to interceptions with every quarterback he's had, starting with Kent Myers over the last 8 years and then ending with Hendon Hooker, 31 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 27-2. This is what Josh Heupel's quarterbacks do. Now, who doesn't want to be in this list? And then you've got Joe Milton, who's thrown 10 touchdowns last year with 0 interceptions. And here's the other reason. Look what happened to Vols' offense when Josh Heupel showed up. Back when Pruitt was there, we were 109th with 21 points a game. Then Heupel shows up with less talent than what Pruitt had, and he goes to almost 40 points a game. And then in 2022, 46.1 and becomes number 1 in the country. That's why these kids are going to want to play for Josh Heupel.
Logical.
The only thing that's going to hold them back in 2024 is Nico because Josh went out and got the best quarterback that you could possibly get. So he's going to have the pick of the litter, and it appears to me it's probably going to be between McIntyre, Boley, Lacey, Hill, or maybe 1 or 2 others. But we're going to have a great quarterback coming in 2025, maybe 2. We might get 2 and just let them fight it out. I wouldn't be a bit surprised by that. But in 2024, we're going to have to find a good quality backup for Nico, and I'm not sure exactly who that'll be, but I know they'll find 1 or 2, probably 2. And we still need 1 this spring, I think. We do have some preferred walk-ons, but I'd kind of like to have that 3rd scholarship dude. Now, David Morris of QB Country has worked with a lot of these young men that are great quarterbacks. Says KJ has a chance to be one of the best quarterbacks in America in 2025. A lot of guys who have big arms lack touch and accuracy. KJ has it all. He has NFL arm strength, but throws with touch and anticipation as well as anyone I've seen at this age. He has an even-keeled head and is very calm in the big moments, and he's very committed to being a great quarterback and an awesome work ethic. So I think this guy's a definite possibility for the Vols. And like I said, we may pick up 2 in that class. I kind of think we probably will. And I'm really looking forward to 2023 because I can tell you 2022 and 2021 were 2 of the most entertaining years I've ever seen in football. And, of course, we're killing it in basketball and baseball. And I can tell you this much. If you're a Vols fan, I just got one question to ask you.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Exactly. If you're not entertained by this, you can't be entertained. You don't like sports. You just don't like sports. That's all it can be. That or you don't like the Vols or something like that, which I highly doubt. All right, folks, I just wanted to cover that quarterback that we've offered. I think this guy looks like a real possibility. Like I said, we've got several great possibilities in 2025. And these 2 walk-ons seem like real nice kids. They're local kids. So I always like to see them get an opportunity to play for the Vols, their dream team. And it's a team they both wanted to play for. One of them's got a brother there. So I think that's pretty cool. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the Vols and the SEC, recruiting, all that good stuff. And if you've not subscribed, it's right here on the left. Super easy to hit. Just boop, and you're done. Cost you nothing. Helps me. I would really appreciate it. And if you have, and YouTube puts a video right over here. It's my most recent one. Pretty popular. Be sure to check that out. I would appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.